So I went to my local liquor store today, and I saw a lady in the tequila aisle. She kept looking at her phone, looking at the tequila selection, looking at her phone, looking at the tequila selection. Finally, I'm sitting there looking around. She's like, "There's just so many bad reviews on tequilas." And I was like, "Well, yeah, there's a lot of bad tequilas." And I said, "What do you usually drink?" And I can't remember if she said Cuervo or Julio or something, or 1800. I can't remember what it was she said. And I was like, well, the reason is, they put stuff in there that's, makes you feel bad the next day. And she's like, that's exactly the problem. I always feel hungover the next day. She's like, me and my husband, we're always just feeling terrible. I was like, that's because they add, additives. And we've talked about additives, which is, the flavorings, the sweeteners, the glycerin for mouthfeel and the coloring, So, and I told her, so I point out some brands. And I point out like G4, I pointed out Siete Luguez, I pointed out El Tequilino, I pointed out Grand Aveo, I pointed out Don Fulano, I pointed out like a bunch of brands. And I was telling her, I was like, these brands are all solid. They're traditionally made. There's no extra shit in them that's going to like make you feel like crap the next day. I was like, but if you drink too much, you're always going to feel like crap the next day, but you're not going to feel as bad. And she's like, "Oh, thank you, thank you." So I kind of walked away and kind of turned back and looked, and she's grabbing a bottle of, I think it was Cincoro or Centario or something. And, I don't know what she ended up buying. I told her to check out Tequila Matchmaker. I told her about additive free, and that's, how she wants to go. So, but, the point of the story you know, always try to help and educate people, because you're really just helping the community, the culture, the history. You're reinforcing all that, and people will learn and understand. If someone goes from drinking shit tequila to drinking something additive free, traditionally made, they're going to notice a difference in the morning, and they're like, "Why is that?" And they're going to look into it, and eventually, people are going to start understanding. Okay. All right. With that being said, respect what's in your glass. Thanks, guys.